Throughout ancient history, there have been tales of the cruelty and despotic rule of pharaohs, the powerful kings of ancient Egypt. These stories paint a dark picture of how these rulers dominated their people with an iron fist. One notable example of a tyrannical pharaoh was Ramses III, who reigned during the New Kingdom period. It is said that Ramses III was merciless towards those who opposed him, as his primary goal was to maintain absolute control over his kingdom. He would often employ brutal methods to suppress any dissent or rebellion. One incident that highlights Ramses III's cruelty involved a conspiracy to assassinate him. Known as the harem conspiracy, a group of women, including some of his own wives and sons, planned a plot to take his life. When Ramses III discovered the conspiracy, he swiftly executed the culprits. The punishment for treason was often severe in ancient Egypt, with death being the most common form of retribution. Another pharaoh notorious for his cruelty was Tutankhamun's father, Akhenaten. Akhenaten was known for his radical religious reforms, which aimed to replace the traditional Egyptian pantheon with the worship of a single deity, the sun god Aten. These reforms met with resistance from the priesthood and the people, leading Akhenaten to take extreme measures. He ordered the defacing and desecration of countless temples and sculptures dedicated to the traditional gods, an act that was perceived as highly sacrilegious at the time. The cruelty of pharaohs was not limited to the ruling men. Powerful women also exercised their authority ruthlessly. Queen Hatshepsut, for instance, was known for her strong rule and ruthless actions against her enemies. She led military expeditions, built grand monuments, but also ordered the eradication of depictions of her predecessors to solidify her own reign. In conclusion, the history of Pharaoh's cruelty reveals the lengths to which these rulers would go to maintain their power and control. Whether it was executing traitors, suppressing religious opposition, or engaging in acts of violence, the pharaohs of ancient Egypt were no strangers to tyranny and brutality.